Well, hello interwebers. And yes, doesn't this look like fun? We're in a truck and trailer combo, an R560 today, turbocharged V8, usual gig. But as you can see, these cabs are definitely not the same as the 500s that we've been running in, and you know, you can see why I like the 500s much better. But anyway, we're finally back on the road. I've had a couple of days off. It's been really good. Caught up with some friends, Matt and Sarah, in town, and I caught up with my mate Tom. That was cool, and his missus, and had a really good couple of days in town. You know, there was some festivals going on, and went to a few bars, and you know, got pretty social. So it was quite a nice change from spending my waking hours in here. But it was all good fun, and we had a great time. What was cool about having a couple of days out of the cab and you know, hanging out with some decent folks, and you know, going checking out a restaurant, you know, basically having a life outside work, which is pretty difficult for a lot of truckers. But what was really nice about it this time around was that I was in a whole new environment, right? You know, like I was down in the city. It looks like I'm going to be living there now. And big shout out to Ben, cool place, mate. And so it's going to be a year of good solid trucking in front of me, I think. Just doing the hard yards up and down Highway 1. There's a little 72. I've always liked those little Harleys actually. And with the intention of getting money in the bank to get stateside. And that basically hasn't changed. And I'm really excited about that. I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait actually. It's going to be great. You know, it's not so much about the money, because I've looked at, there was a thing on Facebook that Werner advertised. It was like 54,000 a year or something. Well, you know, Kiwi truckers get more than that. You know, so it's not about the money, but it is about the life experience, and it is about enriching our environment, and that's what I'm about, and that's what I like doing. You know, I once turned down a job paying $25 an hour, 10 minutes walk from my house, to work for $10.50 an hour in the next province. So it's not all about money for me. It's a part of it, you know, money is a byproduct of effort, and value is attached to your effort. So I accept that. I'm not an idiot. I'm not one of these people that say money's evil, because of course it's not. But for me, it's about the life experience. The thing I like about America is that there is such a wide range of landscapes. You know, you've got the deserts, you've got the forest country, you've got the, you know, it's just such a massive country with so many different landscapes, and the runs are so big. I mean, I should much rather be running in one direction for 2 or 3 days than, you know what I'm saying? So in those 2 or 3 days, I would be able to get to explore. Man, I'm glad I chose this lane. I'd be able to get to explore possibly 2 completely different landscapes. I mean, it's just crazy. And I just love that idea. I love the idea of, you know, and of course with landscapes and landscapes changing, so do cultures. And, you know, although America is a singular country, it seems to be enriched with all these vibrant different cultures of all descriptions. And so I'm really excited about the opportunity of getting out of my truck every day and meeting a different group of people, but a familiar group of people at the same time. So it's going to be like visiting cousins almost, you know. It's like, you know, this guy sort of, but they're so different, you know. And I'm really excited about that prospect, and I just can't wait to see it. You know, I'm just so hanging out for that. And so, you know, that's the plan. I'm working towards that goal. And you know, meet some cool folks, and see some freaky countryside, and travel in a really awesome rig, and basically just really work hard and do a great job. That's what I want to do. I really want to enjoy it. I really want to enjoy America. I believe that America was one of the best ideas the world ever had, and I want to be able to get there, and I want to be able to enjoy it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. What is this, you say? I'll show you.
Baby train.
That was cool. Got turned around there quick, smart, but it's a big detour out of my way because I've got to jump off State Highway 1 and to get to Palmerston, and I lose a lot of time doing that, but hey, it is what it is, and that's what just makes me a fucking good trucker, yeah mate. You just got to dig deep and do the best you can. Look, there's Gummy! Hey Gummy baby, oh someone's giving her a clean, look at her drives. Oh mate, I love that truck. One day I'm going to have one of those with my name on the door. My mum years ago, her name's Alison Jeanette. And years ago when I was a boy, I was 15 years old, and you know how you talk to your mum when you're full of dreams. I says, oh mum, one day I'm going to get my own Kenworth. I was 15, and she goes, oh that's good boy. And she made me promise that I'd call it Allie J, because that's my mum's name, Alison Jeanette. And I was on Facebook, and you know, like I'm a motorbike guy, right? And I heard these Northern Hemisphere people complaining about, you know, how they can't wait for summer to go, and you know, like they're so over winter because it's so cold and they can't ride. And I'm like, dude, feel your pain. Ah, Lord! Wow, I got the most beautifulest country in the universe. I love that. That area down there is Zone 1, and man, I have raced around there in Scorpions and 113s and Land Rovers and Unimogs, but the most fun was when we used to sneak out there on our motorbikes. But you had to be so careful because they do a lot of live firing out in there, and the Air Force drop big bombs and stuff out there, and so you got to be careful you don't run over anything. If we were caught, we would have been in this shit. As a young army boy, being out on those hills out there in the middle of the night and freezing my butt off laying in some shell scrape somewhere or patrolling or doing something, and occasionally you'd be able to get a glimpse of the highway, this highway that we're on now, and you'd see the trucks all lit up, rolling up and down there, and I swore to myself, you know, one day I'm going to drive one of those trucks. And now that I am driving one of those trucks, I almost wish I had a pack and a rifle. I almost wish I was back out there patrolling. They were some of the best years of my life. I really loved the New Zealand Army. It was the greatest work experience of my life. It certainly did me a huge amount of good. My first letter home to my mum was, I'll never forget it, and my mum won't forget it either. It was like, dear mum, what I have for breakfast is what I used to have for dinner. Just lovely. You know, it don't matter how shitty and greedy and manipulative and duplicitous people are, especially if there's anything with value involved. Anything about dignity or righteousness goes out the window then. But it's really important for me to be able to stay connected to the ground. Keeps everything in perspective and it keeps everything real. So I'm on the summit of the desert road. Well, that's the summit. This is the rest area by the summit. And just look how beautiful everything is today. Just love that little mountain. That's Ngārahoe. I don't know if the GoPro will be able to pick it up very well because you know what they're like in low light conditions and stuff like that. But just love that mountain. Spent a lot of time on that mountain. That was the first mountain I ever climbed actually. And that's Ruapehu. Man, she's got not much snow on it. That isn't a cool mountain. As you can see, it's got lots of little peaks. The one on the extreme right's Te Huhu. Next one's over Pyramid, I think it is, or that could be it. There's Paritutu Tonga over there, Maito, Girdlestone. A lot of little peaks on that mountain and they're all good fun to climb. And it's a really nice little mountain. It does have some pretty extreme routes on it, but it's basically like just a little alpine playground in the winter. Obviously in the winter it's just like this little alpine playground with everything you can want within a walk from a hut, and there's so much variety on it. It is a really nice mountain to climb. It's only a little baby, but it's just a lot of fun. It's like having an alpine park. Well, it is an alpine park. Oh, here's my truck. Well, we're cruising back. Okay, we've had quite a sweet trip back. It's been pretty uneventful. All the big roadworks that I was worried about, man, haven't seen nothing out of the ordinary. I don't know what it was all about, unless we're coming up to it. But so far it's been a real sweet trip. It's only 26 minutes past midnight. We've got 2 hours to make it to the ferry. The ferry's about 30 kilometers away. So, aced it. Life's good. Here we are back at the terminal. I'm starting to feel cool about this place actually. It's kind of cool. I like this job.